All right.
Imagine you have a well-behaved dog who listens to your commands without any kind of stress. They sit when they're told, and they stay when you ask. And they respond to your commands with excitement and confidence. How is this acquired, you ask? Reward-based training. Now, there are many different kinds of training. Most people rely on positive reinforcement or rewards-based methods, while some rely on more aversive methods that focus on punishment, or some kind of combination of the two. But recent evidence suggests that rewards-based training and positive reinforcement is more efficient and improves a dog's well-being. So today we're going to discuss why you should rely on positive reinforcement, how you can incorporate positive reinforcement into your dog's training, and then the long-term benefits you'll see when you do. Now, 5 key studies recently have shown that it is more reliable over time to use rewards-based training as it increases the dog's ability to maintain commands. This also can accelerate training as dogs learn to focus on the rewards, so they know that when they do well, they can get rewarded. So this makes it not only better for the dog, but also more time efficient for you. You can usually end up training your dog in about half the time. Now, how do you incorporate rewards-based training into your dog's program? Positive reinforcement is a very simple process. Reward good behavior. First thing you have to do is you have to find out what drives your dogs. It can be treats, it can be toys, or sometimes just even verbal praise. The most important step is that the reward is immediate after the dog performs the task that you ask them to do. Now, when the dog gets more consistent with following the commands, you can lessen the reward as long as you keep it in the cycle. You want to make sure everyone who's involved in the dog's training is consistent with the keywords that they use, such as sit, stay, and come. And then the reward stays the same as well. You don't want to be chaining it with treats and then switching to rewards because they think something's wrong. As an example, you can also use a clicker when you try to go to more complex commands and break it down into multiple stages. So you're not rewarding them for each individual stage, just once the completion of the trick is ready. For example, Barb, come here. All right, sit. Now that is a full command on its own. So you want to reward them immediately after the trick is done, so they associate the treat with the trick. Now, if you want to make it into a more multi-stage program, you can have them sit down and use a clicker so they know that that's what you wanted them to do. And then when they complete the program, lay down. All the way down. When they complete the task, all the way down. That's when you reward them. And they associate the reward with the completion of the task. Like, oh, here's one. Sit. All the way down. There you go. Now, we'll discuss some of the long-term benefits of using positive reward-based training with your animal. Now, using positive reinforcement, the dogs retain the commands better over time because it strengthens their memory of the commands when they associate it with something pleasant versus punishment. This also improves the bond between the dog and their handler. It inspires trust and cooperation between you and your animal. Now, it also makes them want to follow the commands out of a desire, not out of fear, which is extremely important in training. It leads to a more harmonious relationship between the animals. It also increases the mental health and emotional health of the animal. It reduces their stress and anxiety levels. Yeah. Now, let's review the key takeaways. We've talked about that reward-based training is not only a more humane and effective form of training as opposed to the aversive methods, but it also leads to faster training, more reliable responses from your animal, and a happier companion. Now, we discussed why you should use positive reinforcement, how you can incorporate it into your dog's training methods, and also the lifetime benefits of it. So I encourage you to try using positive reinforcement when training your next dog. It leads to consistency, patience, and lots of treats for your dog. Now remember, training is not about commands, it's about fostering a relationship with your animal. Thank you. Any questions?
I don't think I have any questions.
Any comments?
I think she really learned how to use the clicker, so I think it works.
Yeah, we look at Storm. I mean, it shows. So.
Yeah, Storm is the dog that I've had. I've worked with the longest. He's the second oldest dog that we have. So he just has the most experience with my training methods.
He's happy to be here. Look at him. Good job.
Thank you.